BlizzCon 2017.
The exciting news
Yeah!
and the disappointments.
Get it together.
Next, after you've been powered on. Welcome to the most honest video game podcast on the internet. I am your host, Eric Weatherholtz, along with my other host, Mr. Mark Brown.
Hello.
This is episode number 2. We've
Yes.
made it to number 2. We've finally made
Woo!
it.
It's all uphill from here.
We hope. Or downhill. I don't know how much
It's
further
uphill.
downhill. I don't know if you can go any further
Because if you
downhill.
go uphill, then you reach the top.
That's the plan.
But if you go downhill, then you've already reached the top. We want to reach the top.
I want to reach the top. So on today's episode, we are going to talk about BlizzCon 2017. We got the Paris Game Conference that happened.
Lots of big news.
And we went and saw a movie.
Yes, we did.
So I'm excited to talk about that just a little bit, though. This is a games podcast, but we got to talk about it.
Yeah, well, because
So,
we're nerds.
Yes. But Overwatch obviously had a huge announcement at BlizzCon 2017.
Mm-hmm.
You're the Overwatch guy.
I am. I
So-
very much love Overwatch. Hashtag Diva main. You know what I'm saying?
Diva.
Diva.
I actually really like Diva the little bit I played. I need to play it some more.
You really should. It is such a brilliant game.
It's a first-person shooter, though.
I know, but it's a first-person shooter, but the experience that you have with the game, it does not feel like a first-person
It
shooter
doesn't.
at all.
It was so fun the little bit I
Yeah,
played it.
yeah.
Absolutely. What was that other game that Gearbox came out like a week beforehand? That just,
It was I cannot remember the name, but
game.
it was very similar to Overwatch. But like, and they even still have a small following. They are like, we're better than Overwatch, but you're not.
I remember seeing like it felt like it was like a week or two after the game came out. I saw it in bargain bins for like $10.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
wow, that is not
No,
good if it's already in those
no.
bargain bins.
No, it
But,
did not hold up whatsoever.
Yeah, but my little brother loved it, but I just
Yeah, it was
I didn't
a
even touch
fun game, but it was not as good as Overwatch. Like
Yeah.
the characters, I felt like it was like Overwatch was like Disney, and then like the other game was kind of like Cartoon Network, where they were like, oh hey, we're over here. In the
I don't
corner.
know though. I don't know about that because I love Borderlands. I thought it was
Borderlands,
gonna be good.
yes. And see, here's the thing: is they kind of tried to do. Well, I mean, they came out before Overwatch, so one could argue that one tried to copy the other. But I feel like
it's gaming now. I don't want to hear
yeah,
that.
it's that's a topic for another episode. But
Call of Duty copied Battlefield.
yes, but it was like their characters would like cuss and stuff, and like
Oh really?
yeah, like they would.
I did not know that.
Yeah, no, it was like an adult version.
So it was rated
of
M?
Overwatch. No, I think it was rated teen, but like there would be like damn it, or something like that. Like it was like generic cuss words, but it was pretty cute, I guess you could say.
Okay.
It's pretty cute.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Not as good as Overwatch though.
But they at BlizzCon they did announce a new character, Moira. You know a little bit more about it. I just know she's
Is
like
it Mora?
Mora.
Or Moria.
It might be Moria. Mines of Moria.
Moria.
Is it Moria?
I'd like to visit the mines of Moria.
Is it Moria?
I'm not sure.
You were the one that watched it.
I did. I watched it. I watched all of the BlizzCon 2017. I watched
watched the highlights.
mainly the Overwatch part, but
I watched the highlights.
yeah. Well, it was honestly, I don't remember how they pronounced it, but I don't think really it matters because people are going to pronounce it how they're going to pronounce it.
That's true.
She is a new support healer, which I am super excited about because
I kind of got necromancer feel from her.
Yeah. She's like this like scientist meet like wizard-esque person. Which
Can she uplift the undead?
Yes. Like well.
I'm liking it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry. No, from what I saw in the trailer, she cannot lift the dead. But the abilities, she's kind of like she has these orbs that she can send out to over like how God, I forgot his name. The monk, his name escapes me.
Oh, I don't know the character. I know like two of them.
Oh, shoot.
I know who you're talking
Oh,
about.
I swear, I am an Overwatch fan. I do play the game. I just don't play with him.
That's what this snarky yellow text is for.
Yeah,
So,
well,
snarky yellow
thank
text.
you to our editor Jeff, for putting in.
Jeff.
Yeah, isn't it Jeff?
I thought it was Steve.
Oh well, who cares? He's not paid anyway. So, anyways, thanks to Jeff and or Steve. We'll call him Steph.
Perfect.
Steph.
Perfect.
So thanks to Steph for putting in the snarky yellow comments that we didn't ask for, but apparently the fans like them. I've got some positive feedback on that, so I guess they're staying, even though we don't want them to. But that's another topic. Anyways, so she's got these abilities where like she'll send this orb over a couple of players, and they'll heal 2 of them at a time, or multiples at a time. Or she can also send orbs over the enemies, and they'll do damage to more than one at a time.
I did not see that.
And her ultimate was so cool. Which I'm assuming...
I think there's 2 stages to it or something, right?
Well, I'm not sure if there's 2 stages to it or not, but like it's almost like Iron Man's like chest pulse ray, where like she can point it at her enemies, and it obviously deals a lot of damage to them. Or she can point it at her friendlies, thank you. Her friendlies, and it would increase their health exponentially.
Now, I don't know for sure. I'll have to rewatch the video, but I think I saw one time, it was like the big...
Yeah.
And then another time, it almost looked like it was coming out in shots.
I don't know. I don't know if that's like...
We'll find out.
Yeah, absolutely. I cannot wait to play as her because...
Thank you for joining the Video Game Podcast News, where we have no right news.
Nope. We're bringing you secondhand news first.
Cheers.
No, but yeah, it looked really cool. Every time I think like, man, there's no way Blizzard could come out with another unique character. They're probably just gonna start copying characters, and then bam,
there's gonna be 70 of
like,
them.
oh my gosh, like I just don't know how they do it.
And still free, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you buy the game. I think you can actually get it for like $40 or $50 on.
I checked earlier today.
Is it
$59.99 everywhere?
Is it still $59.99?
It's still.
It may have been.
It's still $55 used.
Yeah,
for that matter.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it's probably because they like put it on sale and stuff. That's probably why I saw it.
Yeah, you'll definitely catch it on sale for $39 or something here and there.
And please, if you don't play Overwatch and you're interested in it, by all means, go out and get you a copy. If you mind waiting a little bit, every once in a while they'll have free weekends where you can try it out. And you just download it, you play it. If you like it, great, buy it. If not, that's perfectly fine. There's not gamers who are into those kind of things. But another thing that they announced is Blizzard World, which I'm really excited because it's a new map that is obviously still free to play.
I'm very happy myself because I love theme parks.
Yes.
One of my favorite games is Planet Coaster and, of course, Roller Coaster Tycoon. So
yes.
I instantly like, oh my gosh, it's so colorful and awesome looking.
Yeah. All I saw were places where Widowmakers could be hiding. That's all I saw.
It's so funny that you saw that because I saw Heroes of the Storm.
Yeah. Well,
Hearthstone.
Well, see, I'm looking at the map as like playability. I was
looking at the color of it.
I did see all the Hearthstone and StarCraft and all of those.
I thought it was so cool. There was like a Heroes of the Storm like arcade room or something.
Yeah.
I was like, that's
and
so
then there
cool.
was I think it was a Hearthstone like tavern almost. Like you know how like in Hearthstone you welcome back, traveler. You know that guy. I think he's like in one of the.
I do know Hearthstone. I have played it.
I do. I play Hearthstone quite a bit because
you play it on the phone or.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I do because I love Magic the Gathering and I quit a couple years ago and then I found Hearthstone and I was like.
One game I got into, and I know this is totally off topic.
Yeah.
I started playing the the Elder Scrolls one. I forget Legends. It's Legends. It's actually really good.
Really?
It's almost exactly the same as Hearthstone. The difference is I know everything in the Elder Scrolls game.
Right.
Like every time we get a new card, I'm like, I know what that is. I know where that belongs. As much as I do love Blizzard games, unfortunately, the only two I play is StarCraft and Diablo. I don't get into it.
I'm telling you, Blizzard I don't think that they. And I'm going out on a limb saying this, but I don't think they've ever made a bad game.
Oh, they haven't. No,
I don't think they've ever.
Even Heroes of the Storm, which is something I would never touch, but it's people love it. I mean, it's at the end of the day, people love it. They are legitimately the Naughty Dog / Rockstar, essentially, of PC gaming.
And I think what their key is they release games at 100%. When they are ready to launch, they release games at 100%. And they give you DLC for free.
And they decide, do we want to charge $60 and everything else is free? Or do we want to make it free and charge all a small fee?
Right.
That's how you make video games.
Hearthstone. Like Hearthstone, free to play. But they also have microtransactions in there if you want to buy more cards.
We're not going to say what it is yet, but they did add another free-to-play game to their repertoire. Yeah, I don't know if you caught that announcement.
I don't think I did because I was literally just paying attention.
Well, we're gonna get to
the Overwatch.
And then Reinhardt got a new little animated short called Honor and Glory.
Yeah, I watched it. I liked it, but I don't know. I feel like young Reinhardt reminds me of that. The blonde-headed prince.
I was kind of waiting. Yes.
Yeah.
That's what it is. I was seriously waiting for him to pull the helmet up, and I was like, "That's Brad Pitt," and then hair flowing everywhere. I was like, I mean, at the end of the day, it's young Reinhardt. I mean, he got nasty up a little bit.
Yeah, I did like the fact that they showed how he got that scar. Which the only thing that I wish Blizzard would do that I don't think that they are planning on doing, or if they are, they're keeping it super locked down in secret, is an Overwatch movie or an Overwatch web series or something.
They've got to.
The animation is so beautiful. The storyline is so good.
They have two options. I think they should do. Movie should not be one. I think they would be all over the place if it was a movie.
But I think that they could do it tastefully.
Yeah, I think they could, but my worry is all these characters. I don't want to be bouncing around 20 some odd characters throughout a movie. But if they did a TV show or web series or something, that would be perfect. Yeah. I would definitely watch it because I would love to have a little 5 or 20 minute TV show, whatever. I don't care, 5 or 20 minute webisode TV show of just focus on one character.
Yeah,
and then or maybe make it to where later in the season how two people met, something like that. You know.
Now, I take back my comment about how I wish they would make a movie because, Warcraft, it
wasn't bad.
But it wasn't good.
It wasn't bad, though.
But it wasn't good.
Well, here's the thing. This is something I've been saying for a long time, and I'm going to probably catch some heat for it, but I really don't care. I think critics and people that enjoy nerd culture are starting to become too critical. Because
I agree with you a little bit on that.
I've already heard people complaining about Thor. I went online and already what?
So good.
Don't spoil it.
Yeah. No spoilers. So no spoilers.
But I was just like, I mean, yeah, we had our one little complaint about a little too much comedy, but I was like, oh my god, it's so good. I honestly can say of all the Marvel movies thus far, there's not one of them that's a bad movie. I love every one of them.
Thor: The Dark World.
I still loved it.
I mean, it was a good movie.
Natalie Portman's in it, so it makes it better.
True.
Just saying.
But I feel like Thor: The Dark World's kind of like the lost movie that everyone tries to forget.
And you know what? You know what's so funny about that is I remember watching a couple people reviewing Ragnarok, and they were talking about how they got lost a little bit on The Dark World. And I'm like, what movie did y'all watch? I love The Dark World. I didn't even realize that there was any sort of backlash at all against it. I personally loved it.
I didn't. Just because
But anyways,
it sit well with me.
So Overwatch though got a bunch of new announcements and good stuff. So that's always good fun. We always like Overwatch stuff.
But also huge news in the Overwatch world: the Overwatch World Cup.
I'm confused right now.
At BlizzCon 2017. I know you said that you were like about the World Cup.
I don't get into esports.
I didn't either until this year. I started watching some of the preliminary stuff, and then I watched I guess
I'm lying though, because now that I think about it, I do have iRacing TV on my my
you just don't get into first person shooters.
Yes,
stuff.
and I do watch the Pokemon World Cup.
Right.
Yeah.
So I mean, you do like esports
card and video game.
Right.
So.
Right. But you just don't like the first
person shooters. I don't know.
It was. I'm telling you, if you watched it, I was literally screaming at the TV like it was a football game. I was screaming at the TV.
Jesus.
And okay, so
fill us in on the news because I don't know.
So the news is well, let's start off with the big shocker is
what you got over there?
let's start off the big shocker, which is not really a big shocker whatsoever. Is Korea defeated the United States? The number one top dog.
Of course, Korea. For those of you that don't know, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you right now. The only game that I honestly know of a huge esport culture behind it that I love a lot is StarCraft.
Mm-hmm.
In like the top 50 players in the world are all Korean.
Yeah.
so of course, I wish I had as much time as the Koreans.
Big shocker was the quarterfinals were yesterday. What's today? Saturday?
Who did we play?
Who
did we?
United States went against South Korea and we lost.
Oh, I was about to start saying USA.
No! If you watched the World Cup, all you could hear were chants of USA.
Really?
USA. Yes. Because here's the thing: is Korea came in and everybody, and they would do interview with teams that were all over the world: Sweden, Australia, United States, China, all of them, and everyone was afraid of Korea.
It's so good that video games have gotten that big.
Yeah,
that you can have an esport behind it that's around the world. That like a country can build a greatest team. Because honestly, I've always thought of video games as almost like basketball, where USA has always been dominant in it, and there may be one or two other countries. Japan would probably be the other one, to where they're kind of hanging out with us. But
yeah,
that's crazy. Though, that it's a worldwide thing now.
It is. It seriously is, because it's one of those things that anyone can play.
Yeah,
anyone. You don't have to be athletic. You don't have to be super fit, and you don't have to be particularly good at really.
Which is why we do it.
But just real quick, I wanted to throw out some shout outs. Coming in third place for the World Cup is Sweden. Wanted to say congratulations to Sweden for getting third place. Second place is Canada. That was actually kind of a little bit of a shocker for me. Canada, I didn't realize was so good at esports. So they got the silver medal at esports. And then, of course, not a shocker whatsoever, is South Korea with the gold. So congratulations.
I thought you said we got knocked out by South Korea.
No.
So where we finished fourth?
We got knocked out in the quarterfinals.
Oh, in the quarterfinals.
And then they went on to the semi and then the finals.
So we finished, fourth or fifth or something?
Do
they position people below than
no,
third?
Okay. I think below the third they just kind of axe them.
Everybody's in there.
Yeah. Now, it was not a shocker whatsoever that South Korea won the gold. Everyone kind of knew that they would win coming into the thing. It's like it's that team that always defeats every single person every single year, and they just are unstoppable. They have an amazing group of players. Who shout out to Flowers, who is a gamer in Overwatch. He is probably
Flowers.
Yeah, his name is Flowers. He is
just like Captain Sparkles.
Like he is. I'm telling you, some of the plays that I was watching, I was like, oh my.
Plays? What? Hold the phone. Plays? Did you just seriously call it a play?
It is a play.
Like
they would.
Hike.
I'm telling you, dude. Like the plays that they would initiate, they are so organized. They are a military force that is organized to do one thing and one thing only, is to destroy the opponents in Overwatch. He, as Widowmaker, is unstoppable.
I'm not nerdy enough.
Unstoppable as Widowmaker.
Widowmaker is a sniper.
Yes. Widowmaker is a sniper.
I got you guys that don't play Overwatch and don't know what he's talking about.
Disappointment. But that was my little.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean. Do you know how many countries were involved in this at all? Like I'm talking think of big scope like FIFA.
There were 16 companies. 16 countries.
Run and play.
There were 16 countries that were in the playoffs, and then there were, I believe, 8 in the quarterfinals, and then it moved up from there. Gotcha. It was United States, Sweden, Australia.
We're at least in the top 8.
Yeah,
I mean.
yeah. We made it to the quarterfinals, which was huge because I don't. if I'm not mistaken, I don't think we made it to quarterfinals last year. I may be mistaken. Granted, I've only started getting into esports this year, but I don't think we made it to the quarterfinals last year. And to the fact that we actually came back and held our own against South Korea. The only thing that we lacked in was towards the last match, and it was it literally was a do or die moment, and we just kind of fell apart, and we started going in one at a time instead of as a group.
That's murder to do.
Yeah,
that's the one thing.
And they were literally sitting on the point, and people were just going in one at a time, and they were just boom, boom, boom.
That's definitely one thing I remember about Overwatch, because you cannot win man. You have to go in.
It is a team-based game.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
All right, enough about Overwatch. I know you will go the entire hour talking about it.
I literally will.
But we're not going to go the whole hour. We got more important things to talk about.
Why? Why can't everything be about Overwatch?
No, we're moving on. So, World of Warcraft. Did you ever play World of Warcraft?
I did a little. It was one of those games I didn't get super into. But I have a couple friends that are really into it. Like they've spent years and years and years playing.
Overall time that you've played it, how many hours do you think you've played?
Probably 200 hours. It's not a whole lot compared to some people.
Wait, you seriously put 200 hours in the game?
Mm-hmm.
You want to know how many hours I put into the game? 10 minutes.
Seriously?
Yes. Here's the reason why. Here's my story behind World of Warcraft. Super short. I literally went to my friend's house. He was like, "Hey man, I got World of Warcraft, blah blah blah," because it was even before the first expansion, so it was still a huge deal.
It was, yeah.
And he was like, "Come over and look at it."
It was still in the early days.
Oh yeah, it was super early days still, because it was before Burning Crusade. I think it's the first one, right? First expansion.
If I'm not mistaken, yeah.
But I went over there and played it and sat down, mouse, keyboard, of course, and 10 minutes into it, I'm like, I'm gonna have to stop playing this right now. And he was like, "Why?" It's like, because if I don't, I'll never get married. I'll never have a job. So I stopped right then and there. I know how good it was.
Yeah.
But I was like, I am not getting into this.
Well, see, I'm also not that type of gamer. Like, don't get me wrong. I love open world RPGs. I love the fact that you can kind of do whatever you want. You can go on whatever quests you want. But I don't know. I didn't feel like I had that connectivity.
You put 200 hours into it.
I mean, I did.
Mean, that's at least vanilla game in 1 or 2 expansions.
Yeah. I did definitely put some time into it, but I didn't put like a whole lot.
Yeah.
Not compared to
people have got like thousands. Tens of thousands.
I know someone who is in his 40s and was playing it whenever it first came out. Like thousands,
2001, 2, 3, something like that. I don't really remember. I was in high school when it got big, so
I want to say it was before then, because it was still.
No, it was 2000 something. I know that for sure. Because the only reason why I say that is because like 98 or 99, the last expansion for Warcraft 3 came out. And that's when I liked Warcraft, because it was an RTS. I think it was the Frozen Throne, I believe it was called. That was like 98, 99, something like that.
Well, nevertheless, I have a friend that
and it came out for 64. I don't know if you ever knew that.
What?
Warcraft 3 came out on the 64.
Really? And was it the same type of gameplay?
It was the same gameplay, but it was bad.
Yeah.
It was bad.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, the frame rate was just ugh.
Because I don't think the 64 was built to handle that.
64 is so funny, because the 64 was a console that they were literally like, let's see if it works on the 64. I'm like, running 10 frames a second. Because they crammed SimCity on it. They crammed Doom on it. They crammed so many games that should have not been on the 64, but they made it work, though.
If you could say made it work. I mean...
Yeah, true. Somebody bought it.
Yeah.
But World of Warcraft got a new expansion, Battle of Azeroth. Mm-hmm. I know what that is. Mm-hmm. So that's the place that they be living.
Where they be staying at.
Yeah, the place they be living. But, so, help me out with this, because I don't know for sure. You had Burning Crusade... Lich King, Cataclysm.
See, I played the base game and Lich King. That's it.
Okay, but then Cataclysm. You got to help me with these now.
I have no.
After that, I don't.
After that, I'm lost.
I think there was one with the panda on it, so we're gonna say Panda Man expansion.
Oh no, I did play. play that one. That was Oh God. Because I picked it back up for a little while.
Something of Death and War or something. I don't know. God, we're
sorry, Overwatch people.
Overwatch.
I mean, it's still on my mind. It's still on my mind.
Oh my God.
I can't get it out. Tracer though.
I thought it was Diva. Are you cheating on Diva now?
I love you, Tracer.
Anyways, did you watch the new opening cinematic?
I did not, but I can only imagine it is nothing short of miraculous because
I don't know any of these characters.
The one thing that they do at Blizzard is they know how to put together a trailer.
Yes.
It is, all of them are just so gorgeous.
Every one of the Diablo ones, especially for Diablo 3, I'm just like, make a movie out of this, please.
Not live action, just do this.
Just do that, yes. No live action. I'm literally throwing money at the screen. Make a movie.
Take my money. Take my future kids' money. Their college fund. Everything.
Well, in that case, you can just make it. Make it yourself. Anyways, God, that intro, we're gonna have to watch it though.
Yeah,
because the intro is so good. I don't know anything about the characters. In fact, there's some of them I've never even seen before. I'm literally watching it and I'm like, I have never seen this character before. It must have been something that got unlocked in one of the expansions. Mm-hmm. But there were a couple here and there that I was like, I know who that is. I don't know his name, but I've seen him before.
Yeah.
But oh my God, it was so good.
I'm definitely gonna have to check it out because it just. I absolutely love to watch Blizzard's trailers. Their trailers are just miraculous and so beautiful and just so amazing.
I kind of got the feeling that it was like literally everyone has taken sides and just
so like
big battle,
all out war.
Yeah, and
everybody's doing all out war. Walking Dead, Civil War, Avengers was last year. Like, Blizzard's doing some all out war in Azeroth. What's going on, man?
And there's probably one brewing in Infinity War. And oh God, what movie was it? There's one movie that's coming out soon, Marvel Girl. Have you heard about that?
I've not heard.
It's going to have the Kree Skull War in it.
Really?
Yes. It's rumored still, so I don't know for sure.
That's a big rumor, though.
That's very reputable people has said that the Kree and the Skrulls are going to be in it.
Oh.
And the sad thing is, though, the first thing that popped in my mind, missing opportunity. No Fantastic Four will be there.
Well, I feel like Marvel is eventually. I feel like
Fox just needs to give up the license.
Yeah, I feel like Fox is probably going to take one more swing at it, and it's probably going to fail again. And then they're going to be like, you know what, Marvel, have it. We can't make any money off of it.
What's the point?
Yeah. So I feel like then Marvel's going to take it and then make it this amazing thing that everyone's going to love. And yeah,
I didn't hate the first two.
They were okay.
Yeah, I mean Jessica Alba was in it, so
she's hot.
But I mean, I don't know. But
and Chris Evans as Human Torch wasn't bad.
I can see a moment though in the movie where if it's Human Torch, Captain America, and they're both like Human Torch is looking at Captain America like, man, you look pretty good, man. I already see that happening. Like just have like the Human Torch, Johnny Storm.
Yeah.
He's head shaved kind of bit, and then you could have Captain America has a little bit longer hair, but.
Yeah.
I can see that.
With his beard, apparently, that he's going to have in Infinity War. What?
Everybody's bearding it up.
Lumberjack Captain America.
Everybody's bearding it up. That's going to be weird, because doesn't he have like a strap or something around his head? It's going to be kind of
but I mean,
uncomfortable.
I don't
think superheroes...
Supposedly there's a rumor that he's no longer going to be in any more of the films.
Don't say that. Don't say that. No, I don't believe it until it's true.
If you want to see a grown man cry, come with me to watch... Infinity War.
I wouldn't be surprised if they kill him off pretty early. Only reason why I'm saying that is because I have read the comic books and there's
okay. Next topic. Next topic.
Blizzard announced World of Warcraft Classic. They're going back vanilla. Did you read about this?
I did not.
Yes, there's parts of the world now you can't even access anymore because it's just Cataclysm, I think, is the main one.
It would be too big.
Yeah, well, yeah, but there's just whole sections of the game that are totally different. The landscape's different now, and now they're going back to vanilla. So so people can join for the first time and be like, oh.
Now, is this going to be a separate game, or because I know that
one big world for everybody?
Oh.
They're actually merging servers and making one big server now.
Oh, snap. That's going to be huge.
Yeah. I don't know how they're going to do it, but
so
if somebody can do it.
So if you get the vanilla, you can go back and play through all of the other DLCs as well?
Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah. Now, how it works exactly, they haven't announced it. They just said, Classic's coming back. You can play vanilla game, but then still progress. So, we'll find out. You know, that has me tempted to give it a try.
I don't know.
Tempted.
I don't know. I feel like I would have to be like on with somebody because I did it 200 hours by myself and I was like,
oh yeah. A buddy of mine said he played with a clan or whatever. I don't know what these kids call them nowadays, but
maybe you need to steer clear of the word clan.
Clan, yeah, especially nowadays. But he said that he was in a group with like 10 to 15 guys, and every time he logged on, somebody was on there playing.
Yeah. I mean that you had whenever you were part of groups like that, having at least one or two people on, with you at a time that were in your group. But it looks like Heroes of the Storm has got some new characters.
You're gonna have to pronounce this name, because I honestly have no clue. You're the man that put 200 hours into WoW.
I did. So it's Alexstrasza.
I'm assuming it's someone after Lich King then.
Yeah. And of course Hanzo. From Overwatch, which
Oh God! Stop saying Overwatch.
Sorry.
You're not allowed to say Overwatch for the rest of this episode.
I just can't talk then.
All right, well, I'm doing it by myself now. So yeah, Hanzo is in there. Yeah.
Hanzo. You call yourself a gamer?
I don't play Overwatch.
Oh my gosh.
Hanzo.
Yes.
Okay.
Hanzo.
I actually did not enjoy him very much. Did you like him?
He was hard to play with at first, but it just takes used to get
very sniper-esque.
Yes, and there's a lot of what people call like lucky shots, where it's kind of like you like kind of jump up and hope you get someone.
That's probably how I died 50 times.
But there are some people who are amazing Hanzos.
His what is it called? Supers? Is that
Yeah. Well,
his super's really cool.
Super.
Yeah, I forget what. But it's like two like serpents intertwined.
Dragons. Two dragons.
Dragon.
Yeah, they're
dragons. My bad.
Well, because he and Genji
bad.
are brothers, and then Genji also has a dragon, and like.
Wait, what?
Yeah, him and Genji are brothers. Oh. After this episode, I am showing you some cinematics that they made, and it is
I did not know that.
It makes you cry. Like,
oh my goodness.
Yeah, because they're brothers at war, man. That's why. Okay, all right. This we could literally talk about the entire episode.
No more Overwatch. But yeah, 2 new characters. I don't play Heroes of the Storm, so
I do here and there.
I've never even tried it.
Oh, it is a lot of fun. If you like that top down type game, it is really really fun. I play it every once in a while. When I have a computer that likes to play it. I still have yet to get a fully functioning PC because
Mark's having PC struggles right now.
My last PC went kaput, and now I just have a standard laptop, which is not good for gaming whatsoever.
That's okay. You can come over to my house and play it every now and then.
Right.
Okay.
I'll download Heroes of the Storm and play it on yours.
Okay. All right, so now for the BlizzCon stuff, we're coming to the section that I can relate to a little bit.
Okay.
Because the next 3 topics, I know something about them.
Okay.
Thank God. The first one's Hearthstone. I like Hearthstone. I play it. Can't say I love it. They got a new expansion coming out. Kobolds and Catacombs. Is that right?
Yeah.
Kobolds.
Kobolds
are the little explosive guys. Yeah. But
which I haven't played Hearthstone in probably about a good 6 months. So there's quite a few expansions I'm assuming that have come out that I haven't been a part of.
There's probably 20 of them by now.
Yeah,
because even when I played it the minute it came out, and they were releasing them like so quickly.
Blizzard is just so good at what they do, and what they do is giving out content for free. Like, just here you go, enjoy your game,
keep playing. You know why they do that is. It makes perfect sense because that keeps someone like you playing the game.
Right.
Number one.
Right.
And then you're going to continue spreading the word to me saying, dude, you've already got 4 new characters. You got to play it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, is that how many there's in there?
In where?
Overwatch. I said it again.
In 4? They started off with like 20 or 21.
No, 4 new DLC characters or whatever.
Oh no, they've launched a lot more than that.
How many?
Well, let's see. So
only
there's
knew of
Ana,
4.
there's Sombra, there's
I wonder what happens if I say Overwatch 3 times fast.
Overwatch.
No Beetlejuice.
No, I was hoping I would be transported to the Overwatch world.
So you can die?
No, I would be an Overwatch character. I'd have like some sort of like hat boomerang thing that I could whip out at people.
Okay.
No, there's a lot more than 4. And I'm
So there was
terribly
24 when it started, right? 21, 24?
I think it was like 21.
2,800?
Yeah. I remember because I got the collector's edition
And
with
they
the
announced
statue.
the new PvE thing a couple months ago, right?
Oh, well, yeah, they do like I was telling you in the last episode, they do like special events where
That's one of the special events.
Yeah,
Okay.
they do one of the special events, and there is like a PVE-esque, I guess you could say, but it's more like training mode where like they just have bots that come out and are like, you know, and you just have to shoot them down or whatnot. You can try out the different characters, that sort of thing.
Slightly more disappointing.
But they do, like I said, the special events have the PVE, like especially for the Halloween. You know, Dr. Junkenstein's. You know, monster or whatever had the PvE that you could play. It was a lot of fun. Yeah,
He's speaking words I do not know. Dr. Junkenstein.
it's okay. You shall learn, young Padawan.
No, I'll continue playing.
No, it's so good.
I'll continue playing StarCraft 2 and
Oh, they're so good.
But anyways, so StarCraft 2, I already own it, but it goes free to play. StarCraft 2 is free to play.
I know that makes me happy.
Yeah, anyone can go on a computer now and play it. Pre-warning, if you do play it online, you will lose. I have tried. I promise you I've played probably close to 200 matches online, and I've lost 195 of them.
I'm telling you, the people who play Blizzard games
are dedicated.
They're dedicated, and 2, they latch onto a game. Like
Yes.
me as Overwatch, there are some people who latch on to Hearthstone. There are some people who latch on to StarCraft. There are some people who latch on to Heroes of the Storm. And they get so good.
Yeah.
So good.
But it's free to play now.
It is,
Anyone
which
can
that
play
makes
it.
me really excited.
But
I probably will give it another shot because I did buy it years ago. But that was back before my PC crept on me.
So good.
I'll probably download it again.
It's one of very few games that honestly almost brought a tear to my eye.
Yeah, it is. It is very pretty and very good game.
When Sarah,
Mm-hmm.
that makes me so sad. It's just
this is the episode where we're going to start crying. So
just start tearing up on everything. Just like with The Last of Us, the opening scene.
Ugh.
I was just like, I was not prepared for that scene when I started the game. I'm like, all right, you're going to shoot some zombies.
What?
Oh no.
What?
This is not what I signed up for.
And then it proceeds to take you on an emotional roller coaster.
Oh my gosh, yes. It's like
I was expecting
every
like
time
Dead
you got
Rising or
happy-
something, you know, where you just hack and slash zombies, but no.
every time you got happy, that game just ripped your heart out.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're talking about totally off topic. And then the last topic for BlizzCon, just real super quick. Diablo 3. Nothing. Didn't even get a mention.
Mm-mm.
That's my favorite Blizzard game. I've literally done in Diablo 3, I've done everything you can do. Mm-hmm. There's like 2 achievements I got left to get in the game.
But I mean, can we really complain about Diablo? Because
Yes.
No, because see, here's
I
the
wanted
thing.
a new
Here's the
character,
thing.
class, something.
So Blizzard comes to you and says, "Here's this amazing gift. You didn't know you wanted it, but here you go. Here it is. Now you know you want it. It's here to you for free. Bam!" And then you're like,
Diablo's
"But
not
what
free.
about Diablo?"
Diablo's not free.
I know, but like
You
all
still
the other stuff.
Here's my only thing about it is, when are we getting the second expansion? Every Diablo's got 2 expansions. When are we getting the second one?
I feel like they're.
Reaper of Souls was so good.
I feel like they're investing a lot into Overwatch and Heroes of the Storm.
I need to reinvest in Diablo. Because here's the reason why. Me being the Diablo player, I was on board when Diablo 3 was terrible. when it was just broken. No one could play it. The auction house thing was stupid. I mean, I was there from day one. Well, technically day 3 or 4. I didn't play it on day 1,
right?
But the day 3 or 4. And
I was there like year later one.
Yeah, well, I got it for the PC and loved it, and then I got it for my Xbox because I was like, just like with Minecraft, I was just like, you know what? I love this game so much. I love this world so much. I want to support it. So I'm gonna buy another copy so I can beat it again on something else. So I've beaten it on the PC, and then I beat it. I never played Reaper of Souls on PC though. That's the only thing I didn't buy. But I bought the Game of the Year Collector's Edition or whatever for Xbox One. Oh, and 360. I bought it on 360 also.
Oh wow!
So I bought it 360 and Xbox One, and
3 times.
Yes, and played Reaper. I mean, Reaper of Souls was so good. Raphael, amazing character, and it sucks. Spoiler alert!
Don't
Sucks. He's dead. So,
well, I hadn't gotten to that part, but thanks.
Well, you'll be all right. Diablo is still alive.
I'm just kidding.
Diablo is still alive.
Yeah, I know.
He's a prime evil. I promise you ain't killing him off. His name is in the game. If they kill him, they're gonna have to call it something else.
I mean, I guess you could, but like, I guess you could do like the whole like, I guess Batman thing, and whenever Batman went off and did his own thing, and then someone took over the cowl. You don't remember that?
Oh, but there was still a Batman.
Yeah, still a Batman.
Yeah,
someone just takes over the.
But Diablo is his name,
right?
It's not his,
Batman is.
It's
his
not
name.
his character that he's playing.
Whatever.
It's like saying calling it Bruce Wayne. Oh, we're gonna kill Bruce Wayne, but we got a new Batman. But we're gonna continue calling it Bruce Wayne, even though Dick Grayson is Batman now. Spoiler alert.
I mean, I could just rename myself Eric Weatherholtz and then kill you off.
No. Are you really giving me that? Let me go get. Hold on. Let me go.
Never know. Okay, I'm sorry. He
But-
knows all my secrets.
God, no Diablo news though. That's what I was looking forward to because I was expecting. We got the Necromancer last year.
Right.
I've already beat the game with the Necromancer. Of course, new character, you can blow through it pretty quickly. But I wanted something. I was really hoping for some an expansion or even Diablo 4 because I feel like those players that were there from the beginning are the ones that they need to do something for. I remember buying that game and I didn't get to play it the first 2 months it was out because it required internet, and then you had 20 million people probably trying to sign on at one time.
Yep.
Even though it's a game that should not require internet because it's single player, but they required internet just so they knew you were actually buying the game.
Yep.
And of course they learned from that. EA eventually learned from that with SimCity also. But it's just like, God, y'all got to do something for Diablo fans, for real.
I mean, I feel like they will eventually. I feel like that'll be one of their mid-year releases. Kind of how they do with new Overwatch characters. They just sporadically. Oh, hey, guess what, guys? Here's a new character. Have fun.
Yeah. I hope. I mean, they've already released 2 new characters, but I just want that new expansion.
I said Overwatch one more time.
Oh, Jesus.
Any time I can sneak it in.
Anyways. So, but I mean, that's basically all the main things for BlizzCon, though.
Yeah, BlizzCon was our main big honcho chunk of a show topic, and I feel like we did it. I feel like we did it justice.
I watched the highlights. You watched the whole thing. So.
Yeah, I did. I watched all of the Overwatch, and I watched tidbits here.
I had a feeling there was going to be no Diablo, so I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I had that feeling.
Yeah, but I feel like I said, I feel like they're gonna release something soon.
They've got to
something.
Whether
it's a teaser of something.
They need to at least give us 4.
But, so the next topic, I feel like it's definitely off of what we normally talk about because this is a video games podcast. But we saw a movie over the weekend and week-ish, and
no, we saw it before most people.
Yeah, we did see it before most people.
Yeah.
And it was Thor Ragnarok. The
so
end
good.
of days for Valhalla and Asgard and all of the Viking things.
Okay.
Well,
but if you want to pick up on it, just play God of War. The new God of War is Norse.
Yes. Oh, which I'm...
Anyways.
Different topic, but I'm really excited about it because I'm really into Norse mythology. And yes, I'm super stoked.
So we're going to keep this spoiler-free, super short.
Yes.
Just go
Go see
the movie.
It is well worth
We're
your
done.
money.
We're
It is
done.
well worth your money. I mean, we found out what the movie tickets are $15 now. But it is well worth that $15.
I spent $70 that night. 70. 7-0. I remember going on a date in high school and spent less than 20. I spent $70. But all that being said, with Thor, I'm glad I did it.
Yeah.
But if we go see Justice League in 2 weeks, and I'm very nervous about it, and if I spend another $70 and I'm disappointed,
Look,
I will be knocking on DC's door. Give me my money back.
All I'm saying is, DC, learn from your mistakes. Batman v Superman. Learn from your successes. Wonder Woman.
Yes.
Oh, that was such a marvelous movie.
Gotham and the Flash TV shows. They're and Arrow. Arrow's
yeah,
really
but
good too.
that's not this.
But still,
the good thing that Marvel does is they incorporate everything, and so it is one Marvel company over all of it. DC kind of had these segments of like DC TV, DC movies, DC, comics, yeah,
and games,
but
which I'm hoping a Justice League game comes out soon. Rocksteady has yet to announce what they're working on, and they're not doing another Batman. They said they are not doing Batman, Arkham, whatever.
Which kind of makes me sad, because we did know that Arkham Knight was going to be...
I think they're doing a Justice League.
That would be really good. In the style of, like, the Arkham games.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be so good.
Just no Superman 64, please.
I know.
But anyways, so I had a good idea, and I wanted to ask you about it.
Okay.
I figure what we'll do is we're going to do a very soft rating scale.
Okay.
So how me and you rate our movies and games.
Okay.
So it's going to essentially be 1 to 5. Mm-hmm. But we're not going to do it in the sense of we're going to give it a number. We're going to do it in the sense of a 1 would be just stay away from it. Don't even mess with it.
Yep.
A 2 would be for a movie, would be streaming on Netflix if you can.
Just wait till it comes out.
Hulu, just some way that you can watch it for no extra cost out of your pocket.
Right.
And for video games, it would be the same thing. Wait for Games for Gold or the PSN. Was PSN called?
Yeah, PSN. PSN store.
But they don't give it a
PlayStation. Yeah, I mean, they just PlayStation
the weekly or the monthly games that they give.
Oh yeah. PlayStation Network membership. Just
apparently they don't have a name.
PlayStation Gold is.
So on Xbox Live they call it Games for Gold. They give you a couple games every year or every single month.
Yeah, but if you get it PlayStation for free, Gold.
Okay. PlayStation Gold. So they're taking away from.
No.
They're stealing names from Microsoft now. How dare them? Well, at least they know how to make a video game.
Next episode, that's what it's gotta be.
Well, at least they can make games.
I mean, all out war.
No, we'll pass. A three though would be for movies would be buy it on DVD or Blu-ray.
But just wait till it comes out.
Yeah. Wait till it comes out. Buy it on Blu-ray or DVD as soon as it comes out. For video games would be wait for a big discount. Mm-hmm. Okay. 4 would be go see it in the theater.
Uh-huh.
And of course, you're still going to buy it on Blu-ray DVD.
Right.
For video games, it would be probably wait for that first sale.
Okay.
So, and then for the number 5 would be for movies is just go as often as you can to go see it in the theater. It's that good. Mm-hmm. See it 4 or 5 times. Support the movie because it's that good. And for games would be pre-order it, buy it on day 1, whatever you can. Just buy the collector's edition, go all out. Okay. Now, when we do this though, we're going to do it from a sense of me and you are not critics. Mm-hmm. We are video game lovers and movie lovers. That's it. We're not here to criticize anything. We're not going to nitpick anything. Mm-mm. If something's good, we're just going to say go support it, whatever it is. Right. So that being said, what would you give Thor Ragnarok?
A 4.5.
What?
Mm-hmm.
So we're
4.5 out of 5.
If we're not doing 0.5s,
okay,
because we're not being critical.
4.
Really? So go see it one time in the theater.
Go see it one time in the theater. It was good enough to see it in the theater once. But here's the thing: is my top-notch movie, my 5 that tops all, the one that I've seen the most times in theaters is Deadpool, and it is hard to touch Deadpool.
Okay.
It was so good.
Is that your only movie that you saw multiple times in the theater?
Oh no! It's not the only movie I've seen multiple times. But
a couple other ones.
Force Awakens I saw multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
Civil War I saw multiple times. Iron Man, the original Iron Man I saw.
You were old enough for that?
Yeah. Shut up.
Okay, so So you're giving it a 4. So go see it once. I'm actually saying go see it as often as you can.
Yeah.
I'm perfect movie in my opinion.
Really?
Now that I've me and you talked about it the night after we watched the movie. Literally as soon as we walked out of the theater, we were actually going opposites on this. You were saying, "Oh my God, it's amazing, it's perfect." Blah blah blah. Yeah. I was going more toward it was, but this.
Yeah. But
I feel like
I've had time to kind of like condense everything and kind of go back over it in my head. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying it's a bad movie. Please go out, see this movie. It truly is a work of art. But on the scale,
I'm saying go see it as often as you can. And here's the reason why: is that night after we had watched it, I had to let it marinate. But the next morning when I woke up, the only thing I could think of is I want to see it again.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I would like to see it again, but it's also I'm not dying to go see it again. Like take for instance Deadpool or Force Awakens. I walked out of that theater going, I think I'm gonna go back and like buy another.
Walk back in
and buy another ticket.
I've had that feeling before. Actually, Deadpool was one of them. Believe it or not, for me, another one was X-Men First Class, the very first of the new trilogy. That one, I was just like, oh my God, that was so good. But and of course, First Class. What was the second one called? Days of Future Past.
Days of Future Past, and
then Apocalypse.
Yeah.
So we're hoping Dark Phoenix kind of resurrects, pun intended.
Did you?
But yeah, I'm actually saying go see it as often as you can. I mean, I want to go see it again right now. And the reason why I'm saying that is I'm kind of comparing it to the other Marvel movies, and there's not many of them that I can honestly say I have to go right back in there and watch it again. Don't be surprised if I don't go see it again this weekend.
Oh, I won't be. Don't be surprised if I don't either.
It's
good. I really and truly love the movie, but I don't have that urgency to I don't feel like I have to go see it. I feel like I'll go see it again. No, it's really good. I would pay that $18 again.
I want to go back just to see Jeff Goldblum again.
Yeah, he was amazing. He was simply amazing.
Marvel, make a movie just about the Grandmaster. It was so good. He had the same mannerisms where he's like
Look, they did. Somebody put on Facebook a collaboration of Jeff Goldblum.
You're doing it right now.
Of these Jeff Goldblum mannerisms, and literally it was the Grandmaster. Just the only thing it was just different face paint and stuff. That was it.
Oh,
it was pretty great.
It was so good. Oh my. It's so funny because even with the giant holograms that he had and. Yeah, obviously I can't spoil the movie or anything, but just all the different things that he did. His presence made me want to. I could not take my eyes off of him.
So keep from spoiling from the movie. I think we should move on. But the last thing that I think that we should say is make sure to stick around for both credit scenes. There's two.
There's mid and after.
Yes.
So.
The mid gives a little bit into the story of Marvel. The last credit scene is kind of just a comedy.
It's just your shawarma.
Yeah, your shawarma scene, right? Yeah. Exactly. It's just there for a good time.
It's so good.
But yeah, definitely stick around.
It's way better than the shawarma scene.
Yeah, it is well worth it. Well worth it for sure.
All right, so yeah, we've talked about that quite a bit.
Yeah.
Just go watch the movie. Just go see it. That's all I'm saying. But now we're going into sarcasm included in this. My favorite company on the planet. All of America's favorite company. Voted 2 years in a row. Good old EA.
Yeah.
We have an idea for a topic just about them one episode.
Yeah.
But they have actually went out and I guess the good news about this, they didn't threaten or lawsuit. There was no lawsuits or nothing in this, but they went to Revive Network. In case you don't know, GameSpy that used to keep servers alive. For older games, including Battlefront 2, actually. They did Battlefront 2 stuff. Went to them and said, guys, we know what you're doing, but you just need to shut down Battlefield 2 servers. And that makes me sad. I didn't really play it that much online, but now knowing that I can't go play Battlefront or Battlefield 2 online,
but I mean, really, how many people were still playing it?
It was quite a bit.
Really?
Yeah. They were talking like 2,000 or 3,000 still.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's not cool. I mean, if you, why do you have to ruin someone else's fun by creating something?
They've made their money off of the game. Come on,
exactly. The only thing that I can think of is that they're trying to make room for more server space.
No, but it's not on EA servers. It's Revive
So
that was
then
running
what are
the
they
servers.
doing?
It's because it was their property. That was their thing. It's EA for you, you know. EA is officially becoming the big bad wolf of the video game industry.
And it really makes me sad.
Yeah,
it really does.
I mean, and we could honestly, we're going to spend probably a whole episode almost talking about EA and the good that they've done for the gaming community. But shutting down these servers, though, killing off any way that you can play multiplayer for Battlefield 2, 2149 or 2142, excuse me, and Heroes Online. I never even played Hero. I didn't even know what Heroes Online is.
I didn't.
But yeah, all three of them can't play them no more. 2142, ahead of its time. It was very Halo-esque, but Battlefield. You know, it was a Battlefield themed Halo,
right,
you know, or other way around, a Halo themed Battlefield. Battlefield 2 though, without a doubt, my favorite Battlefield, and it makes me sad that
I did like Battlefield 2. I don't know if I'd say it was my favorite, but I definitely did.
Without a doubt, my favorite.
Really,
without a doubt. 1942 was the original, and then Battlefield 2 came out, and that was the first one that was modern. It was actually, I could be wrong. It was modern. It was. Battlefield 2 was modern. It was.
Oh, I thought you said.
modern.
I'm sorry. I thought you said 2142. I was like,
no,
modern.
No,
that's like
that's World War II, but
yeah. Yeah. Okay. No. Yeah. Okay.
But I could be wrong by this. I'll have to fact check this, but I think Battlefield 2. I keep wanting to say Battlefront. Battlefield 2. I think it superseded Modern Warfare 1. I think it was the first modern-esque online shooter in that sense. We'll have to check fact check that. You'll see it right here.
You'll see it.
Yeah.
Steph will put it up.
Yeah.
Steph will put it up.
Steph?
Yeah.
I thought his name was Steven.
But I thought it was Jeff.
I thought you said Bob.
What was it, Bob?
Beta Ray Bill?
Blob?
Blob.
We'll call him Blob.
Okay. But yeah, it makes me sad.
Who you calling Blob? I'm sorry, that was just X-Men reference. To the Blob.
Yeah.
Never mind. Okay. Moving on.
Mutant. That's
yes.
Essentially what he is right now.
Maximum effort, baby. Maximum effort right here.
His eyes are kind of strange. Is he supposed to be doing like an eyebrow down?
I think he
okay.
is. I think he is.
Because it seems like
they just didn't put in like a lot of definition into the face.
Okay.
I think because cheap shirt. It's cheap.
Oh, okay. But anyways,
I ain't got the money like you.
We'll spend more time though on EA on another day, but
yeah, that's a whole nother issue and a whole nother episode that we got to get into.
Yeah, it just makes me sad. But now
on a much lighter note and a much better note, Sony announced at the Paris conference that a bunch of new games and new trailers and stuff. Ones that really stick out to me that I'm super, super excited about are Last of Us Part 2, Marvel Spider-Man, God of War. Let's see.
Single-handedly going to be the reason why I buy a PS4.
Yes. Horizon Zero Dawn's got some extra DLC and stuff coming out for that as well, which I'm super, super excited about. All of them look gorgeous.
We're going to talk about each one.
Yes, absolutely.
Just a little rapid fire.
Yes,
almost, so.
Yes, absolutely.
Let's start with the big one.
Yes,
Last of Us Part 2.
Yes.
So
yes.
I loved Last of Us 1.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, it's that game. You could almost borderline say that is not a video game. That is art.
It really is.
Yeah,
it really is. It's almost like a movie.
God, it's so good.
It's not like that. What was that game where people were like really excited about it, but it turns out it was just a movie where you push buttons?
Heavy Rain?
Maybe.
Talking about the Detroit Become Human?
I think so.
And then I forget the second game they made.
But anyways,
yeah. I think that's what you're talking about.
I was really I was seeing the trailers for it.
Jason! Jason! Heavy Rain reference for those that don't know. Jason!
This is the Heavy Rain.
It didn't rain very much in the game. The end had a lot of rain, but
yeah. But Last of Us 2 had Last of Us 1 had quite
which
a bit
was
of
just called Last of Us at the time.
I'm getting so confused. No, but I'm really excited about this. I did play Last of Us Part 1, which I really, really enjoyed. Heartbreaking scenes, just roller coaster of emotions. Just, I think that is one of the only games.
I think that game solidified Naughty Dog, and this is coming from me, an Xbox Nintendo guy. It solidified them as without a doubt top tier, like A++ developer.
Yes.
But that's what happens when you have Sony backing them up, that is saying literally blank check, take your time, make a great game.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, obviously I don't know if that's exactly what happened. I
wish I can only imagine that is what would happen.
Because, oh my God, it was so good.
It was so amazing, and it was so gorgeous, and I didn't know if I was going to like the like the choose your way kind of gameplay, because I'm not used to playing that kind of game. But man, did I love it!
Yeah, and the research that they did about the fungus, stuff, like, because that's for those of you that don't know, that haven't read. There's a biography thing that you can read up on, but that is like a real thing.
Yeah,
that they like can take over ants and stuff, and I was just like, what?
Zombies exist.
Oh my God.
Zombies exist.
Clickers. Oh God, that was so creepy. I had like PTSD about that after. Every time that you come around the corner, I'm like, I don't want to go in here. Let's not go in there.
Let's just, okay, like you open up the door and you hear. You're like, just close it right back.
Oh, there we go. Oh man, I seriously had PTSD after that game.
Yeah, it was seriously a good game.
You know what's sad? We're talking about Last of Us Part 2, and all we've been doing is talking about the first one.
Yeah, I know. But you see, that's amazing, is that that's how we know that the second one is going to be so good, because the first one was so amazing and so heart-gripping and so just immersive that you can't imagine anything less for the second one. You just simply cannot.
Did you happen to watch the cinematic?
I have not. I've been waiting on it. I kept my hands away from the Paris conference, and I've just been kind of.
I could be wrong, because there is no Joel or Ellie in it. Mm-hmm. So I don't know exactly who the character is. I was trying to remember if it was someone from the first game. I don't think it is. So I think you'll be safe by watching it. Okay. But man, it was intense.
Yeah.
I mean,
I've heard it's like.
It was like Walking Dead.
Like, I heard it is like super gore.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Because it's implied gore, though. It doesn't really show a lot of gore, but it's very implied. And I was just like, oh, I was seriously like, I forget what I was eating at the time, but I was seriously like eating something. And when I started watching that, literally frozen for the 2 minutes. Like, I was just like, like, did they just really do that? Oh my, it was good though. I mean, it was just, if you got a weak stomach, ooh, it's intense though. Yeah. It's intense.
Marvel Spider-Man. I'm actually really excited about this game.
I am too.
I really like the older Spider-Man games that came out. I know that they got a lot of flack whenever they first came out, but I enjoyed them because I enjoyed...
Insomniac, right? That's making this one?
I believe so.
Ratchet and Clank guys and Resistance.
But it looks kind of like almost like a Arkham Knight-esque.
It does. But one thing that I noticed, one thing I just grabbed from the trailer when I was watching it, actually, there was two things, but the most important one on this trailer that I was watching, their facial expressions. Holy crap. I mean, you're talking L.A. Noire quality. I mean, they were so good. Yeah.
I was really impressed with this one, and I am really excited to see what they bring to the table, because if I'm not mistaken, does Tom Holland voice this Spider-Man?
Ooh, that I don't know.
Sounded like him.
I wouldn't be surprised if it is written, just simply because, obviously, for those that don't know, Sony owns the Spider-Man movie rights, but then on top of that, because of that, they easily got the rights to do a video game on it. Yeah. I mean, it's just publishing it on a Sony console, so why not? Why not?
I wouldn't be surprised if he does. Something I'm probably gonna have to look up after the episode, but it sounded a lot like him, so I wouldn't not be surprised.
I think so.
I would not be
He's a really good Spider-Man.
He really is. I didn't know if I was gonna like Homecoming, which it's not one of my favorite Marvel movies, but I did enjoy it.
It's not even my favorite Spider-Man.
No, not in the least.
Spider-Man 2. It's so good. You can deny it all you want. Spider-Man 2 is amazing.
Write in the comments what you think of Eric as a person because he likes Spider-Man 2.
You are crazy. Spider-Man 2 was so good.
Oh, let's not get into that argument again. So let's moving on.
Discussion.
There were some pretty harsh words that were said.
The third game, the big third, God of War.
Yes.
Norse mythology.
Yes.
Now.
Yes.
I got reeled into this world because I was a Greek nerd at the time. I was like, no, I want everything Greek. I think I had watched Hercules or something one weekend, and I was just like, I'm gonna play God of War now.
yeah. Like I was into Greek mythology whenever I was in like high school ish.
Yeah.
Like I was just learning. It was an interesting like story, and I love to like learn about the different gods and goddesses and creatures and all that sort of stuff. And I did play God of War. I wasn't super crazy about the gameplay because I didn't like the top-down aspect of it.
Talking about the old ones?
Yeah, the old ones. And I just didn't play the newer ones. I played little bits here and there. But
the main ones, the main line, 1, 2, 3, and Ascension, I destroyed all 3 of those games. I love them.
Yeah,
I like 100% of them.
Nice.
And in fact, if the first 2 had a platinum, I would have had a platinum trophy for all of them.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I mean, I loved them. A little tidbit here, in case you didn't know, they've actually play tested every single portion of all those games, and Sony will forever play test every game that they make because of God of War 1. There was the section in God of War 1 where you're trying to climb out of hell, where you're trying to make yourself alive again, because Greek mythology, you can do what you want.
right.
But whenever you're trying to climb yourself out of hell, they did not play test that entire portion, and it is hard as balls. Like there's like you're on a rotating spine that's rotating, but it's broken, so it's rotating this direction and then rotating this direction, and then you have blades on it, so you're avoiding blades while going up. Oh my God! If you can pass that in the Water Temple from Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time,
you can do anything.
You can play games.
You can fly yourself to the moon
because games are cool.
No, but God of War, this one, I've been waiting for a Norse mythology type of video game, and I am so glad
and beards
that
and beards.
Yes. Like yes. Just I've been waiting for that because now that I'm I've gotten into my 20s, and I've started to get more into like the Norse mythology. Well, I love shows like Vikings, all that sort of stuff. Just Viking, stuff.
Masculinity.
Yes, I love it, and to learn about like Odin and and Loki.
Oh, we just saw Thor.
Yeah, just saw Thor. All that stuff, and I just was really immersed in it. And now, whenever I first saw at the E3 conference, the first really like big trailer for it, I was like
already impressed.
I was like, what? And then I did watch a little bit of this one. I didn't watch the full thing because I don't want. I'm the type of person that I don't like spoilers. I don't want to know. I want to go into it fresh.
Well, you got to keep in mind, you only have to get convinced to buy a $60 game.
Right.
I have to be convinced to buy a $300 gaming console and a $60 game.
True.
Which Horizon Zero Dawn's already got me halfway there. It's already tugging me to get a PlayStation 4.
I've yet to play Horizon Zero Dawn. But
it's so good.
All of my friends who have played it were like, "Are you crazy? Why have you not played this game yet? Yeah. It is simply amazing.
But God of War,
need to play it now."
I think God of War, between God of War and The Last of Us, and a couple other things that we're going to talk about here soon, I'm about to drop my anchor on a PS4, and I also want to drop an anchor on a Switch because freaking Mario Odyssey's gotten crazy good reviews.
Oh man,
I'm gonna. It's so funny because I went so long of my life owning a 360, a Wii, and then a Wii U, of course, and then a PlayStation 3, where I could basically, anytime a good game came out, I could buy it.
Yeah.
And I have gone these first few years of this new console generation where I'm like, all right, I can't buy that game because it's on that console, but I think I'm about to get to that point where all the consoles are under $300. I'm just saying, screw it. I'm just going to buy them all. So
I know. I'm at that point now where I'm like, of course, I've got the PS4. I've got to catch up by buying, or I guess rebuying an Xbox One. That way, if there are any games that come out for the Xbox that I'm like, I have to have, and then, also the Switch.
You're buying it for Sea of Thieves.
I do really want to buy a Sea of Thieves. Although I thought whenever they first showed that trailer, I thought that it was the new Assassin's Creed. I thought it was.
And this is what I've
it
heard
looked
about it.
so good.
This is what I've heard about Sea of Thieves. And this is why I'm so excited. So they don't show a whole lot when you're when you're watching it. You know, whenever you're watching someone else play, you're like, okay, I understand what's happening. I know what to do. But I heard that when you play the game, it's just, you get so immersed in it and you know exactly what to do. It all makes sense and it's just fun to play. You can get drunk on the freaking ship. You can sit there and you know
that's gonna be me. You're gonna be like, pull the rope, and I'm like, glug, 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 glug.
You can do that. I'm like seriously having a battle, and you're over there drinking beers, or drinking ale. And apparently, you can run out of ale, and you have to buy more ale to refill it on the ship.
No.
Yes.
Why is the rum always gone?
Yes. I hope they have it where it's like ale, rum, mead. You know, it's like which one do we want?
Yes.
But yeah, I can't wait for God of War. I did watch the gameplay trailer. Dude, they're picking up enemies, and he's using them as weapons and shields. And the little kid, I almost feel like they're ripping a page out of The Last of Us, because the boy that's with you almost feels like Ellie, to where he's there to help you. You know, so I guess they're going to have.
He can't really shoot a bow, but
he was doing something though. I don't know, but I have to watch it again. I don't know if he was just throwing rocks or
he's just get away from my
He was definitely doing something. And then they showed off Shadow of Colossus. Did you ever play Shadow of Colossus?
I did not. That was
missing out.
That was one of those games that my mother was like, "No, we're not gonna play this."
Really? Mm-hmm. Man, you're missing out, because Shadow of the Colossus. I never played Eco, which was the first one. Mm-hmm. I didn't get to play that one when it came out, and then Shadow of the Colossus came out, and everybody was talking about it. So I was like, all right. Fact is, actually around the time that God of War 1 came out, and I was like, all right, let me go ahead and grab this. Oh my God, so good!
Yeah,
and the whole point of the game. Are you planning on playing it?
Probably whenever it comes out, I probably will. But
well, I'm not gonna say what it is then, because, dude, the ending is it is so good. Let's just say what you know to be true is not true, and you don't find out to the end.
Okay.
And I was just like, oh my God.
Okay. All right. I'm down for that. I'm down for plot twists.
The ending though was so good. And then The Last Guardian is the third one. I hadn't touched it yet, and I don't know when I will, but it took them forever to make The Last Guardian. So I'm actually surprised we got this so quickly. But
yeah.
It looked gorgeous though. I mean, remade from the ground up. So it wasn't just slap a new coat of skin, 4K 1080p. They rebuilt it. So, right. Which is always nice.
Now, Destiny 2, there's going to be some DLC coming out for that, which I feel like we kind of expected.
That's all you, though.
We kind of expected this DLC to come out, and there's nothing like that's super impressive about it. I feel like it's the same with the old DLC for Destiny 1. Like, they announced it, and people were like, okay, cool, I'm ready to play it. But there was no, like,
more Destiny.
But
yes, I had 2 half-empty bottles.
If you just look around the room, there's bottles everywhere. Bottles everywhere. I'm just kidding. There's not a single.
I was gonna say
there's not a single bottle.
Me and you were in a different room.
I just like to tell lies about Eric's house. By the way, this is his house. It's just this one room. His bed is in the corner, and
there's a shower there.
Yep, shower right behind you. And his kitchen is right behind these bookcases. He's a hermit.
I'm doing pretty good for a hermit, though.
All
this stuff.
That's how you can afford all this stuff. It's because you have a house.
That's why.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But yeah, DLC for Destiny 2 and Horizon Zero Dawn. We already talked about that a little bit. Ghost of Tsushima.
Sure.
Did you see any of it?
Nope.
It looked great. They didn't show any gameplay, but I'm sold.
Yeah.
It's by oh my gosh, I can't think of the name. The same company that did Infamous. I forget their names.
I can see the cover.
Oh yeah, I know the cover, but I forget the name.
I'm blanking.
It's the same company that did the 3 Infamous games. Mm-hmm. So I mean, it looked awesome. It looked like feudal Japan. I'm not sure what's happening though, because they didn't show any gameplay, but something different. I want to see some gameplay.
Yeah, for sure.
So I mean, the trailer looked great.
Now a game that I'm actually really kind of excited about is Detroit.
Become Human.
Yeah, Become Human. Sorry, Detroit Become Human. I saw the game, a little bit of the gameplay at the E3
That's
conference.
one game I don't want to see anything on.
Yeah, that's
one game
I
I
don't
do
want
not.
to see anything
Yeah.
because I want to make the
I did
decisions
not
for
watch it.
myself. I want to not know what I'm going to expect. I want that awe factor.
I saw the announced trailer where it was your choice to save the person that's about to jump off the building. That's the only thing I saw. I don't want to see.
I saw the different routes that you could go, and I saw the different outcomes. That's all I needed to know.
That's it. Just you ruined the one scene for me.
And that's fine because you have a whole game.
Well, you have to show us the game.
Right. Like, Detroit, become human. Okay, well, let's see some of the gameplay. Well, no.
Yeah.
That wouldn't sell anything.
I mean, all you have to do is tell me that it's made by the same guys that did Heavy Rain, and I'm sold.
Yeah.
Because Heavy Rain was so good.
Jason!
Jason!
I was, like I said, I wasn't a huge fan of Heavy Rain, but this one, I don't know. I don't know what it is about
Did you
this
ever beat
one.
Heavy Rain? Oh, man.
The
ending.
But this one is just, it really grabbed me on this one. Like, I don't know. I think it's because, like, you're working with, like, the police or something, or I don't know what it is.
Because aren't you, correct me if I'm wrong, but aren't you like a android police worker or officer or something?
And these are androids that you don't realize are androids. Like,
gotcha.
And they want their own rights. They want their own.
So it's very alien-esque.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very much iRobot with Will Smith. Yes.
But you could tell those are robots. That's why I said aliens.
Well,
you should have stuck with my.
Yeah, but in Aliens, it didn't really.
You didn't know until the neck exploded and you could see the white stuff coming out.
I just thought they were huge zits.
Okay. Yeah, they didn't quite squeeze it, but But yeah, I'm down for playing it. That's a game I'm buying. I don't want to see any more. I loved Heavy Rain, so all for it. Then they showed off Erica, which looks almost exactly the same as Detroit and Heavy Rain. I don't know if you caught any of this, but the only difference is Heavy Rain and Detroit Become Human, and I forget the name of the third game. I'm so sorry. Never got to play it, but there was a third game of those three. But Erica, though, the only difference is those games are 100% CGI. You can look at it and tell it's a video game, even though that line is getting close to getting crossed.
Yeah.
But you can definitely look at it and say that's a video game.
Right.
Erica, though, is 100% film. That they shot actors film, but yet you have choices and different things you got to do, and they pop up like thought bubbles almost. So it's like the little bit that they showed is like Erica was just, I don't even know what it is yet. It could be a horror game for all I know. I have no clue. But walking around and, she was like, should I do this or should I do that? And you push the buttons on the controller to decide what she does.
Oh, so, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So it's mixing reality with that video game.
Yep.
Ah, that's interesting. That's interesting. I like that. I like that idea.
Is it just a little bitty $20 game, or is it going to be a full-fledged $60 game? We'll find out.
If it's a full-fledged $60 game, they really got to show some stuff that'll blow our minds.
Yeah.
Because
I mean,
if it's just me going around making decisions for a girl named Erica, guarantee I ain't paying $60.
Erica was kind of hot though.
But I ain't paying.
Erica
I'm sorry.
Was hot.
I'm sorry. There's stuff on the internet you can get for free nowadays. All I'm saying.
Yeah. And then they announced Spelunky 2. Did you play the first one? I love Spelunky. It's so fun. I played Minecraft and Terraria and all that stuff, so I'm down for some more Spelunky. So. God, you like Minecraft?
I do like Minecraft.
Play Spelunky. It's good.
I'll give it a shot. There's a long list of games that I've got to give a shot.
Good Lord.
Just add it to the list.
But anyways, we want to talk one more thing. The next thing, because in your other podcast, Out of Our Minds,
podcast with Avery Jones, shout out.
Yeah, we'll probably shout out to you almost every episode.
Well, this is only the second, and we've done it twice, so. Yeah,
technically right. But y'all actually went into a little detail on the Last Jedi theories.
Yes, we did a whole episode of fan theories, and not just Last Jedi, but yeah.
But they're actually doing. My question for you is, because this is the gaming community, I feel like there are almost just as many Last of Us Part 2 theories as there is Last Jedi theories.
I think that is a correct statement.
You think so?
I have not read up on them because
I didn't either. I don't want to.
I have not read up on them because of the fact that Last of Us is such a good series that I don't want to be spoiled if someone gets it right.
Yeah.
You know, I want to be shocked.
And I'm the same with The Last Jedi because I want it to be 100% like surprised when that happens too.
Yeah.
It's almost impossible to. You almost have to kick yourself off the internet until December 15th if you want to go without a Last Jedi theory.
Well, December 14th for me.
Well, it's 14th for me too, but we're going the same day, dude.
I know. We're going to see the same show.
I know, but the other 5 million people that are going to see it that same day, probably more than that. But
probably.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, there's just the theories are crazy. I hadn't looked into them, so if you want to, go for it. But I'm not going to look into them. I'm not looking into The Last of Us, theories. There's some of them you can't help but see, and but just go online if you want to read some of them because there's quite a few. Going into a little bit of Switch news, just a little tasting of it.
Yes.
God, I want to Switch so bad now. Super Mario Odyssey sold 2 million copies in just 3 days. Was it you that said? Now, for those of you that don't remember, you can go back to the previous episode and said, "Oh, of the 3 games that are releasing, Mario Odyssey is going to sell the least."
I admit my mistake. I retract my statement.
2 million. I don't think I could be wrong.
I was genuinely shocked by this news.
I wasn't.
I was genuinely shocked because, but you also have to understand is we are coming out of the Wii U world.
It's Mario, man, and it's N64 Mario. That's the reason why I was like, "There's going to be something to it," because of that N64 line. All you have is Mario 64, which is in 1996. Well, actually 95. It was 90. No, it might have been 96. Then you had Sunshine, which was 2002. And now Odyssey, 2017. That's how long it's been since there's been a sequel on that line. Because Galaxy 1 and 2 is a part of it. It's another thing. It's not even a part of that.
I don't know. Maybe I had seen so much with the Wii U that was so disappointing that I was expecting this to...
It's Mario, man.
I know it's Mario, and I know it's Switch. I know it's a whole different thing, but I don't know. I don't know why I thought it was going to do the least.
Nintendo is the Disney of video games, man. They'll put out something that
old grandpa.
They'll put out something, and you're just like, why did you do that? And then they'll release something else, and it's just like, everybody's got to have it.
I was very impressed.
We'll have to check these facts, but I honestly, Odyssey sold 2 million copies. That's not how much money they made. I would be shocked to hear Assassin's Creed and Wolfenstein both didn't make $2 million, much less 2 million copies. Yeah. So I don't know. We'll have to check that. I know all 3 games are going to sell bukus. Yeah. But it's just they're all coming out just rapid fire.
If Stephanie, whatever your name is, will put the
Stephanie,
whatever his and or her or their name is. If you guys will put the current listings of how much of the units they have sold
of the 3
yes. We'll put Mario Odyssey here. We'll put Assassin's Creed here. And we'll put Wolfenstein here.
I guess Luke is gender swapping now. Yeah. She changed her name to Luke.
Stephanie
changed her name to Luke.
I thought it was Jim.
It was originally Steven.
I don't remember.
The people are probably so confused right now. They're grunts.
They don't deserve names. I'm sorry. I'm very angry about the comments that they put above my head.
I was about to say Mark. I was about to call him Mark.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
Luke, we're so sorry.
No, we're not.
But yeah, I mean, Mario selling bukus. Yeah. I'm not surprised.
Yeah,
but
I am actually genuinely...
I'm going to let you talk about this next one a little bit.
Okay. So GameStop is coming out with a new Power Pass. It is different than the Power Rewards membership. This basically is, for 6 months, it's $60, which for a lot of people that's like, what? Whoa, hey, what am I getting for this? You basically get unlimited game checkouts. You go into a GameStop store, you pay the $60 for 6 months, and you go and pick a game off the shelf, and you say, I want to check out this game. You take it home, you play it as much as you want. When you're done with it, you take it back to the store, and you switch it out for another game. Something else. Yeah, if you don't like it, you swap it out.
I used to work at Blockbuster when they really announced the Game Pass, and oh my God, it was crazy how when they first announced it, how many of them we sold, and it was so expensive, and I was just like, there's no way anyone's buying this, and people were buying it left and right.
Yeah.
I think this is genius.
But also, supposedly there's going to be some other, like, cool benefits with it. Like, if you're part of, like, the pro membership and this, you get a special discount on something, blah, 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 blah. Which that's
that
all...
makes sense.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
which that's all, like, you know, later on down the road. I'm sure they're going to iron out the details later. But I think it's really cool because not only... Like, only people that can sign up for this are the Power Up Rewards members. You don't have to be a pro member. You can also be Power Up Rewards member, which is the free membership. But
just got to give them your email address.
Yeah, just give them your email address, and you can check out games for $60 for 6 months. I mean, that's not a bad deal.
And you keep the last game you checked out. So here's my thing. I have a feeling they're going to run with this for 6 months to a year, and they're going to stop it. I don't think they're going to keep it.
I think that they'll keep it.
Well, here's my reason why I don't think they will. Because I'm already thinking, like, how do I take advantage of this?
Okay.
I'm already thinking ahead of that, and I already know what I'm going to do. Because I'm getting this. This is a no-brainer to me. There's so many games I want to try that I don't get to because I don't want to spend the money for them. So I'm getting this the minute they release it, which is November 15th, I think.
November. We don't have a date here, but I'm
yeah,
sure.
I think it's mid-November.
I'm sure
13th.
one of the grunts will put it up here.
One of the grunts.
Yeah.
It's November 13th or 14th or 15th, but I mean, it just to me, I think they're going to get rid of it because I'm going to go in there, check out a game, any game that I want to just try at the time.
Yeah.
But right before the 6 months ends, I'm going to go in there and get the most expensive game on the shelf.
If they have a pre-owned one.
Yeah, it has to be pre-owned, and that's actually I was thinking about some cons to this, and the first con is it has to be pre-owned. So that's the one negative thing. So it can't be anything new. And of course, the second con would be it has to be in stock.
Right.
So
now, also, something else that I'm going to be curious about is, you know, say that your town has multiple GameStop stores. Are you going to be able to check out a game from this store and return it at another store, or do you have to go back to that store because it could mess up the inventory for the stores?
Yeah, but they're going to have to scan it. I'm surely they're going to have it where you can.
Yeah, you know, granted, you know, like we said, we're probably going to have to. They're probably going to have to like iron everything, all the details out. And there may be changes to the details once it launches and gets a little tested. But I'm totally down for it. I'm totally down for it.
I am too.
Especially like you said,
in that traffic.
Especially if you get the newest game. You know, and you get to play all these other games beforehand.
I think it's
a win-win.
This is a genius move for GameStop because if you think about it, right now, where me and you work all day, every day, literally when we get off work, there's literally right where we work, literally within walking distance, there's a Best Buy and a GameStop. I mean, literally right there. And we can just drive one exit to a Walmart. We can drive a couple more exits to a Target. So we have tons of different places that we could buy games from.
Oh, absolutely.
And then on top of that, the last 3 or 4 big games that come out that I bought on day one, I just bought them digitally. I didn't even go into a store and buy them.
And so that's truly what's killing GameStop is the digital market.
The digital, yeah, absolutely. And then on top of that, something else that's got me with GameStop, and the reason I hadn't bought nothing there is because I can go to Best Buy and get 20% off because I have the Gamer Unlocked or whatever it's called thing. And then on top of that, I got Amazon Prime. Amazon Prime gives you 20% off new games. So it's like I have literally had no reason to buy a game at GameStop in the last year or two, honestly.
But this will give us a reason to go back.
This will give you a reason because if I go in
none of those other stores will allow you to come in and trade out games back and forth.
If I go into a GameStop and I'm like, all right, I want to swap out my game. Oh, by the way, did you want to pre-order, you know, your copy of whatever coming out? And then I'm going to sit here and think, well, crap, I'm going to be here every week anyways. I might as well, you know.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think it's very smart for them. I mean, they got to do something.
And it is a win-win for the customer because for that $60, you can check out unlimited amount of games for
just
$60.
One at a time, though.
One at a time, of course. And say that it's a win for GameStop because the reason why it's a win for GameStop is because they're all pre-owned. They sell the games pre-owned for, even if it's a brand new game, for $55. You're paying $60, so they're getting their full money's worth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. They're making a little bit of profit off of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's a win-win for everybody.
There's going to be some customers that they're technically going to lose on, the customers that come in there and buy like every game that comes out. But that percentage is so small now that they're going to make so much more money off of, you know, other customers. So
absolutely.
It's for like you said, it's a win-win.
And I will let you take over this one because
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Here's the reason why I'm so excited about this next announcement. I am an avid Microsoft. I love Microsoft.
You're an Xbox boy.
Yeah, I love it, man. And this year, though, I've been so starved for games that you could only play on Xbox One.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's and throw out the whole PC thing, because almost every game now is PC and Xbox One.
Right.
But it's just like, come on, Microsoft. Open up them wallets. Something. I don't care. They need to do something, because Sony is just cranking out game after game after game after game. And Microsoft, I feel like they're just kicking back and laughing right now or something. I don't know what their deal is.
They're sitting up under a palm tree going, "Oh, we must be winning since no one's telling us that we're losing."
I guess. I don't know. I'm just going to assume, because this logically, we can only assume that they have been kicked back because they've been focusing their efforts toward the Xbox One X.
Right.
That's the only thing we can assume, but man, they got to do something, because the one game I was looking forward to this year was Crackdown 3, and I got delayed to 2018.
Right.
So it's like, now Sea of Thieves and Crackdown are both 2018. There's nothing
for Xbox games.
Yeah, we got Cuphead last month. Forza 7 came out, and thank God this PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, which I'm so excited to play. PUBG. Finally got a release date. They said it was going to be 2017. They've been saying that from the get-go, even though they have been laying low under the radar.
Yeah.
But they came through, and it will be 2017, but it comes out December 12th.
This will be one of the reasons why I buy an Xbox.
PUBG?
Yes. I thoroughly enjoy... I do play
I would bite
on...
your tongue on that, though. I think it's coming for all the systems, eventually.
Well, I'm still going to buy an Xbox One no matter what. But I am so excited that it's coming to Xbox because of the fact that I do enjoy watching people play it. It looks like a lot of fun, and I have actually played it on a couple other people's computers since, mine is.
I don't know if you know this or not. I can only assume you do. But PUBG actually came out because it was a mod of a mod.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I love that idea. It's like,
yeah.
I mean,
people were like, "Oh my god, this is really actually quite fun." Yeah. And then they developed it, and it became the phenomenon that it is. Yeah. Which I am a PlayStation fanboy, and I play Fortnite.
We don't like the word fanboy.
Well,
we're gonna start editing out fanboy.
I'm a fanboy.
You enjoy your Sony PlayStation.
I am a PlayStation stallion. You are an Xbox boy.
Stallion.
PlayStation stallion.
Even boys can ride stallions. I'm just saying.
No, only men.
No, I've seen some boys
riding.
Shadow of the Colossus.
I don't know if I want anybody riding me.
Well, there's gonna be some boy riding you.
Ew, that's weird. Edit that out. Edit. But no, I do play Fortnite on my PlayStation. And I know it's not
that's
exactly
free to play, right?
Well, it was. It's no longer free to play. Yeah, they were doing the beta and it was free to play.
Oh, so it's just a beta. I thought it was the game.
No, it was the beta that was free to play.
Okay.
But in order to get the full access to the game, I believe it's like $25. It's not bad.
That's not bad.
And it is genuinely
Cliff Bleszinski.
I believe so. Yeah, I believe so. And it is a really, really fun game. I know that there are fans of both, and each will say, "Oh, PUBG's better. Oh, no, Fortnite's better."
But they're two different games.
It is. It's two different games, but they're very similar. Very similar. Where PUBG is
you
more
played the beta, right?
Right.
For Fortnite. Explain to me how a match, just real quick, how a match starts and ends. Like, how does that work?
It's the exact same way as PUBG.
You get parachuted down, and
you start off in a bus, and it's a bus with balloons on it, and it floats you over this island, and you jump out whenever you want.
Oh my lord!
Yeah,
it literally is exactly
another,
the same. It's another Overwatch in that other game that no one remembers.
Yeah, exactly. But see, here's the thing though: is that Fortnite is more like cartoony. And you have these pickaxes that you can. The big difference I feel like is with PUBG, you're just going around scavenging for weapons.
Mm-hmm.
In Fortnite, you can actually get a pickaxe and you can destroy buildings and destroy walls and collect material, and so you can build your own walls to protect yourself.
See, that's what I remember hearing. Is I felt like it had a little bit of a tower defense to it.
Yeah,
PUBG does not have.
Here's the thing. There's the online, which is more like PUBG. And then they have like the single player, which is more tower defense, where you build up your towers and then hordes of zombies come at you and you're supposed to spray them down. Huh. They have 2 different versions to the game, which PUBG only has the 1 version. But I like both of them. I will play both of them, and I'm really excited for PUBG coming to Xbox. So.
Yeah. I want some PUBG.
Yeah,
it looks great. I mean, just in case you don't know what it is, just super quick. I mean, you got an airplane, you parachute down. Big, huge open world. You got 5 minutes to get away from people because once that timer's
not
gone,
even that.
Yeah, once that timer's gone, it's literally 100 players, free for all.
Yeah,
and you got to hurry up and collect.
Last person standing is the winner.
Yep, and you got to hurry up and collect stuff, and the map slowly shrinks down, which I thought was brilliant.
Yeah, which is the same. It's the same thing in Fortnite.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man,
I need
to try some Fortnite.
It is really a lot of fun. The controls are a little difficult to get used to because they're not like you would think that it would be very similar to like a first person shooter, but it's not. It's a little bit different controls, which you can always edit in the options. But I like to play games the way that they were intended to be played. But yeah, it really is a fun game you should try out.
Okay, well,
that and Overwatch.
God. You know, it's so funny. Every time that we sit, you said it again.
I did. I slipped it in there.
Overwatch. You know, it's so funny that every time we sit down and talk, I come in this episode already thinking there's 20 games I got to play.
Yeah.
I leave it thinking, now I got 25 games I got to play.
It's the only difference between you and me is I come in going, all right, there's 50 games I got to play. Now there's 100 games I have to play.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's all our main topics for this episode. Now we're going to just go through the ending. We're going to rapid fire through the
rapid
rest
fire.
of it. Now, I did the game history list this week. You showed interest in wanting to do it, and we're definitely going to just start flip-flopping. Okay. So, but I already got this together, so I'm going to go ahead and do it 2 weeks in a row.
Sweet.
And you'll be okay with that, because I said so. So, in this week in gaming history, 8 years ago in 2009, one of my favorite games of all time that came out, Dragon Age Origins.
Oh, okay.
8 years ago already.
Oh, wow.
8 years ago. And then EA ruined it.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it 8 years ago?
2009. Because Mass
so.
Effect was 2007.
Yeah, I guess that is.
So, 10 years ago, 2007, The Witcher 1. Did you ever play the first Witcher?
I did play the first Witcher, and I did enjoy it.
The second one was... The opening scene for the second one, though, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Holy crap. The beginning of the second one was so good.
Yeah. Absolutely.
This one's for you. 12 years ago, 2005, Star Wars Battlefront 2 came out. So me and you both played
that all heroes mode, get Darth Maul.
Wasn't it called Assault?
Yeah. It was on Assault on Mos Eisley. I think it was
on Tatooine for sure. I think it was Mos Eisley. I think
Mos Eisley.
Well, Mos Eisley is on Tatooine.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, like, because they had different ones on Tatooine.
But wasn't there another? What was the other main city that they had on Tatooine? It wasn't a map in the game. There's just in the Star Wars universe, there was a second city. Oh my god, I cannot.
I know.
I cannot believe I'm blanking on Star Wars stuff. Anyways, we'll continue.
We'll put it up here. Yeah, Grunts will probably call us idiots or something.
Yeah, there ain't no telling. This one's for me. I know you probably definitely didn't touch this one. 13 years ago, 2004, The Legend of Zelda: The Minish Cap came out.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So you know nothing of the Minish Cap.
Nope.
Okay.
I have no idea.
So quick backstory, because I am the big Zelda nerd. And I will be talking about every Zelda game in this whole thing.
You're speaking gibberish.
Minish Cap was very interesting because, first and foremost, it was the only Zelda game on the GBA, the Game Boy Advance, first and foremost.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And then the whole premise behind the game, though, was you had this cap that could talk to you. And the cap shrunk you down to a miniature size, hence the name Minish Cap. So, but
is it very much like Mario Odyssey?
No. Because that's all it did. You couldn't throw it or nothing like that. Okay. Literally all it did was shrink you down.
I gotcha.
But what was really cool about it is you would see this little spot, this little speckle on the screen that you would walk by when you're regular size Link. But the minute you started shrinking down to the Minish size, all of a sudden you walk through that area and there's like a whole new world and dungeon right there. That little speckle, because you're teeny tiny now.
Right.
I was like, oh my god, this giant dandelions.
It's a
around
world
me.
inside of a world.
Yeah, literally. So I thought it was really cool. I mean, I love the game. I still have it. So, more Zelda, please. More Zelda, please. 14 years ago, 2003, the original Call of Duty came out. The very first Call of Duty came out on PC.
And then the world was changed forever. Not really. That was just a joke. Because they didn't do much for it.
Yeah. It's Modern Warfare, but...
Well,
yeah.
They did one good thing.
Yeah. And then the original Fire Emblem came out for the Game Boy Advance.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I'm not very familiar with Fire Emblem, but I'm slightly.
Another series that's so good. Nintendo, just God bless y'all. Just God bless y'all. 15 years ago, this is actually one for you more than me. 2002, the original Ratchet and Clank came out.
Yeah.
So
Ratchet and Clank.
I did play Deadlocked, and I played the first one on the PS3. So I don't remember the name of it or anything though. So I just knew it was more Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah.
Crazy guns.
Yeah. I didn't realize because I was a kid at the time, but Ratchet and Clank, all of the game titles had some sort of like innuendo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I never like it never crossed my mind until I just recently watched a video where they reviewed them all, and I was like,
yeah.
Hang on a minute.
I never played the original one, and I did play a little bit of the second one, which I think was called Assault for One or something like that. Assault something. I don't remember.
It was like Assault on the Butthole or something.
No, it was
something
not that.
Something similar to that.
This was a kid-friendly game. But I did play the third one.
Full Frontal Assault. That's what it was. Full Frontal Assault.
No, that was PlayStation 4.
You sure?
No.
Full Frontal.
Not sure.
Full Frontal Assault was the name of the game.
Okay, I just knew Assault was in there, but I did
because I remember it was some sort of like
innuendo.
It is Full Frontal Assault.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
But I did play the third one. That one was called Deadlocked.
Yeah.
So that one I do remember. But and that one did not have Clank in it.
Yeah.
So I was.
That's why I didn't play that one.
That's the one that everybody was like, it's the worst one. And I'm like, I loved it.
Yeah,
but I never played the first two.
I didn't like it.
19 years ago, 1998, Half-Life, the original Half-Life.
Wow.
1998.
Really?
God, I'm old. The original Half-Life. 21 years ago, 1996. This is one for me. So I don't think you played this at all. Command & Conquer: Red Alert 1.
No.
I loved it.
I played it more. I played it more whenever I was older than I did when I was a kid.
Oh, okay. No, I played them all immediately, almost.
Yeah.
That was when I was a kid. I played nothing but RTSs.
Yeah.
It's so weird because that's more of an adult game, and now that I've gotten older, I've played less of them. But yeah, Command & Conquer, StarCraft, and Warcraft, because the first 3 Warcrafts were RTSs.
Right.
Yeah, I loved them. Loved them.
Very interesting.
Every time you clicked on the workers on World of Warcraft, what is it, my lord?
What is it, my lord?
What is it, my lord?
Did they do the every time you click it'd be like what?
Yes.
What?
Good old Blizzard. Also, 1996 Twisted Metal, the original
Twisted Metal.
I actually did not like Twisted Metal as much as I liked Vigilante 8. Did you ever remember Vigilante 8?
No.
It's the same premise.
It was
just more mature, even more mature than Twisted Metal.
I don't know how you could get more mature.
It was because there was Vigilante 8 and then there was Vigilante 8 Second Offense. So, but anyways, 25 years ago, 1992. I never played any of these games. I don't know if you have. The original Shin Megami Tensei came out. Never played them.
Good for it.
Yeah. Believe it or not, from this game on, it was actually the Japan releases, because the North American releases were different dates. But this was the Japan release. 26 years ago in 1991. These are 2 little tiny ones. I played one of them, but never got into them. Final Fantasy II Japan release, and then Super Castlevania.
I didn't get into Super Castlevania, but Final Fantasy I played a lot whenever I was a kid. I really, really enjoyed it because those were some of the most beautiful games.
I played the first Final Fantasy I played was Final Fantasy 6 in America, but 3. Or wait, is it the other way around? No, 3 in America, but 6 technically.
Yeah.
So
it's real confusing.
Yeah,
it's real confusing.
Good old. It's shockingly more confusing than The Legend of Zelda and Metal Gear Solid.
Yes.
And then the last one, 29 years ago, 1988, the Sega Genesis came out in Japan.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Sega Genesis. So,
well, that's that.
Yep. All right, so
let's quick fire these new releases and coming soon video games. Number one, obviously, Assassin's Creed Origins. I am currently playing it. It is a gorgeous game. I highly recommend it if you are an Assassin's Creed fan. It looks like they actually got this one right.
They got the first two right too.
Well, they got all of them right except for the past couple ones. But
I really like
this
Black Flag though.
Yeah, Black Flag was was probably the last good one
that worked
properly. Yes, but Origins, it works properly. The gameplay is flawless. The fighting style is something new entirely because now you're actually like having to like block and like dodge and stuff instead of just going in there and slashing.
How often can you shoot 3 arrows at a time?
Yeah, exactly. Which and there's also like I like it because like there's.
Have you climbed the pyramids of Giza?
I've not yet. I've been waiting to do that because be on the lookout for my gameplay of Assassin's Creed. I will be climbing the pyramids of Giza. So
and the Sphinx.
I will be whispering in its ear because you can hang on the side and kind of whisper in its ear.
Is there a whisper button?
No, but I will be whispering to the Giza or to the Sphinx.
Yeah. So we'll hear you whispering.
You will hear me whisper.
I was almost thinking.
Make sure to tune in.
You know, I was almost thinking like in Metal Gear Solid when you're pressed up against the wall, you can knock on the wall or whisper. You can whisper in it too.
No.
Right.
That would be pretty
or not
cool,
whisper. Whistle. That's what I meant. Whistle. Whisper. Whistle.
Guess,
you know.
I guess technically you could because you know in the game you whistle for your camel or your horse to come to find you, which is another cool thing. You don't have to like run around.
Camels.
Yeah, you get to ride a camel.
Horse?
Well, you start off with a camel. You can get a horse, but yeah.
It's like starting off on a donkey.
Yeah, no. The camel is great, dude. He's like clopping and like he's
clopping.
Clop.
I don't remember the name of the game. It just made me think of this. I want to say it was Hitman, but I could be wrong. But there was a game that you actually wore a headset while you played it single player, and you literally could not talk while you're playing the game because your enemies could hear. It might have been, but your enemies could hear.
I want to say that was Splinter Cell.
Yeah. I thought that was a cool feature.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
Yeah, that's cool. That's gimmicky, but...
Okay, so Wolfenstein 2, The New Colossus.
That Assassin's Creed Origins right
now.
I'm
These
sorry.
are pulled from,
pulled from Media Critic.
He's sorry, I'm jumping the gun. We forgot to rate.
No, not our rating now.
Not ours.
We're not rating anything. Just a disclaimer. We're not rating anything unless we play it.
Right.
So,
which I have, and
we do not have the time.
I give it a much higher rating than what they have. But.
You know, before you say these numbers, you know, we got the credit and the user score. Before you say it, I'm getting to that point where I feel like gamers. Oh, I already said this earlier. Gamers are just getting too critical.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like there's no way this game is that bad.
Yeah. There's no way.
I'm gonna let you be the bombshell and tell everybody what these scores are.
Critics rated an 84 out of 100. Users 5.4 out of 10. There's no way that it's that bad. I don't know who you are or why you rated it that low.
This was like 100+ ratings. Too.
Yeah, it is so good. It really is.
Is the game buggy at all?
No, I have not found any bugs in the game. I played almost through because there's like a couple like different gods or whatever and different bosses that you have to like face. Sorry, spoilers. But
just ruined it for me. I didn't know there were gods.
I'm not telling you who they are.
I did not know there were gods in the game.
The Egyptian gods.
Exactly.
And whatever. So there's different like people that you've got to destroy, kind of how they were like in the old Assassin's Creed game. You had your different targets that you had to go and kill. But it breaks it down to where this is probably one of the biggest Assassin's Creeds that they've made. It's huge.
Like land. Like it takes you long to go point A, point B.
Yes.
Okay. Because the other ones, they broke them up on loading screens. Because
they do break this up in loading screens, but you can like just wander out in the desert. And and see, the cool thing about wandering out in the desert is you can actually use your eagle to go way up high, and they can kind of survey the area, and they can zoom in and say, okay, well, there's these smugglers over here with this, like some gold or something like that, right? You can make a target, and you can go and sneak up on them, bam, take them out, take their gold. And they're out in the middle of the desert. Yeah, it is. It really is an interesting game. They did throw in some new stuff, which I thought was super cool. And I was really excited to play, and I love it. So I rated it much higher than a 5.4, but whatever.
Just gamers, man. Y'all quit being
Too
so critical.
Too critical.
I think what it is our culture has gotten to that point where we've seen everything.
Yeah.
I mean, it's getting. I mean, someone's going to create something new that we haven't seen, and it's going to blow our minds. Grand Theft Auto 6. I mean, Red Dead 2. I'm sorry, I love Rockstar. They have yet to disappoint me.
we said that we were gonna rapid fire these. We needed to rapid fire these. Okay,
we never will.
Wolfenstein 2: The New Colossus. Critics have given it a 89. The users have given it a 7.6. Super Mario Odyssey. Critics gave it a 97. Users have given it a 9.0, which is a near perfect score.
For users, that is, honestly. Yeah. Just real quick, I did look up the greatest games of all time according to Media Critic. Top game of all time is shared by Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time and Metal Gear Solid, the original. Wow. They both got a 99.
Okay.
This is a 97.
Okay, so I'm probably gonna buy a Switch just to play this game, because if it seriously is that good, I need to play it.
I mean, the users are agreeing with it. So, anyways,
apparently, Call of Duty World War II. Critics gave
disclaimer: these are very early for Call of Duty now.
Yes, because it was just released yesterday.
Yeah, I mean it's only been out a day or two.
So Call of Duty World War II. Critics gave it 85. Users gave it a 4.5. 4.5. Granted, they've never been really kind to Call of Duty games in the past, which I agree with most of them. But this one looks fairly promising. I'll give it a shot. I'll probably do the GameStop thing where I check it out. But
that's what I was thinking. I was actually this morning when I woke up, I said I'm buying a game today. I don't know if I want to get Shadow of War, Wolfenstein, losing my train of thought, or South Park, or Call of Duty. I had those 4 games in front of me, all the same price, so price is irrelevant. And I ended up going with South Park for 2 reasons. One, because it's still getting great ratings to this day.
Right.
And then on top of that, I got Stick of Truth for free.
Right. Another so two games
for the price of one.
Yeah,
so.
It's not bad. Not bad.
But once I saw this, it kind of eliminated Call of Duty because I want to see some more in depth on it.
So the last one is.
Can you say this one?
Nope. Period hack / G.U.
Stop.
Last recode.
Stop. Let me help you. .hack. That's what it's called. .hack GU last recode.
There's a whole bunch of other stuff in there
but that's how it's pronounced. .hack GU last recode.
Sure.
I forgot the subtitle.
Anyways, critics gave it a 76. Users gave it a 9.5.
But here's the thing about .hack games. You either play them or you don't. The people that play them are in love with them. Yep. It's the same thing with Shin Megami games. The people that play them love them. Same thing with Persona. If you play it, you're going to love it.
Yeah.
So,
if you don't, you don't.
Yeah, you're just not going to do anything with it.
You want to take over the coming soon?
Yeah, I'll take the coming soon. Coming up very soon on the 7th, we actually got a couple different things happening. Need for Speed Payback, Super Lucky's Tale. Kind of interested in that, but we'll see. You know.
We'll see how it goes.
And of course, the Frozen Wilds for the Horizon Zero Dawn, the PS4 amazing PS4 game that our PS4 gamer has yet to play.
I know. And now that this DLC has come out, I might.
You have to now.
I got it. So
on the 10th, Doom is coming out for Switch. How did they cram that game on the Switch?
I have no idea. But
it's like what?
But if I could, literally take my Switch in the car and play Doom in the car. Obviously not while I'm driving. Safety first.
Oh, no. While I'm driving.
What?
Yeah.
just put a knee up and...
Yep. Hey, girls can do makeup. Why can't we play games?
Point exactly. Although we do not advocate playing video games while you drive.
Please don't.
Please drive safely.
Yes.
That's all we're going to say about that.
PSA. Mario Party, the top 100. This is kind of interesting now. Just real quick. What they've done is all the Mario parties that they've released thus far, they're taking the top 100 mini games and cramming them into this one 3DS release. It's a 3DS release.
That's pretty cool.
So I was like,
I wouldn't mind that for like a Switch release.
Yeah, exactly. So
that would be pretty cool.
That was my first thought. When does it come out for Switch? One I'm excited for on the 14th, LA Noire is getting re-released. They're not reskinning it or nothing like that. They're just slapping 1080p, 4K. 60 frames.
Just prettying it up.
Yeah, they're just prettying it up, making it run smoother, faster load times. But it's even coming out for the Switch. everything's coming out for the Switch right now. So
That's pretty cool.
And I'm excited about that. And that's why I'm starting to think that this Switch thing might be extremely successful for Nintendo. Because all these third parties are starting to get on board already. And it's only been out a year.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, Switch has sold, 20 million units now. We might want to make a game for this.
Yeah.
So, and then the Switch users, the fan base was so starved for games for the first few months. So I make a Switch game. You'll sell 20 million copies. Maybe.
Done.
And then Pokemon Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon coming out. Probably won't get a chance to play it, but I love my Pokemon.
I haven't played Pokemon since Red and Yellow and Blue, so I know.
What?
I know.
I've played Sun and Moon. Which one do I have? I think I have Moon.
Yeah.
I like it. They got rid of the gyms. They doing something different,
Okay.
And then of course Star Wars Battlefront 2 right around the corner.
Yeah, which we talked about in the last episode, and we're got indifferent opinions on. I hope it's really good.
I don't know if we touched on this or not, but they did change the loot box system for that. They have
I don't know
not.
if they did either.
They haven't announced exactly what it is yet, but they have adjusted after fan feedback. They have adjusted the loot box system.
Fan outcry.
Yeah, because like I said, I seriously got to level 10, but I don't think I ever got anything for the assault class or the heavy class.
Yeah,
and that's all I played is heavy. I was getting stuff for the characters or for the super characters and the assault and all these other classes. But I never got nothing for heavy,
right?
Even though that's all I played. So hopefully they change it, but
no
details on it though.
That was a good episode. BlizzCon. Thor Ragnarok. PlayStation's got a whole bunch of new games coming out.
But no Diablo.
No Diablo.
No
sadly,
Diablo.
no. GameStop's coming out with this new pass. Seems pretty interesting.
PlayerUnknown.
Yeah. PUBG coming to Xbox. So,
every time I say it, I feel like I gotta say it that way. PUBG.
I feel like a frat boy, like PUBG. I feel like that's somebody's nickname.
Hey man, let me get that PUBG. I want my PUBG.
All right, I think
might be a beer.
I think it's about time we get powered off. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Facebook, like us on there. Follow us on there. Twitter,
YouTube, all of the things.
YouTube is the main one. We're actually we haven't done it yet, but we plan on getting these uploaded to SoundCloud too. So
yes, so hopefully we'll get those uploaded, and we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for tuning in. See ya.